I'm sorry, Dave, just to confirm, we're starting on number 10 and then just doing this.
Doing the fanfare.
Yeah, we're starting at the beginning.
Oh, we're starting at the beginning. Okay, all right. But only repeating back to 10. That's what it is.
I hope nothing's missing from the, because this is a quintet.
Missing the tuba. Yeah.
If there's bars of rest, just keep.
I have constant. I'll be the tuba bass.
Yeah, I mean in the first 10 bars or whatever.
Oh.
Just count. Yeah, count if there's a hole.
Well, the first 10 bars is not what really people know. So, worst case scenario.
How many of these have happened? And this is.
Is anybody playing the sixth measure? Seventh measure? Covered that. One, two, three.
I would ask everyone to now please rise and join the Northeastern Illinois University Brass Quartet in the singing of America the Beautiful. The words are on page 47 of your booklet.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for ample weights of grain.
Please, everyone be seated. Good afternoon. I am Dean Paul Brantroff, and it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to the commencement of the University of Illinois at Chicago School of Public Health. For those of you with friends and family who could not attend, our ceremony is being simultaneously webcast on the internet. Also, due to time constraints, we ask that individuals please remain seated and refrain from approaching the stage during the ceremony. A professional photograph of each student will be available for purchase afterwards. Also at this time, if you have not already done so, I would like to ask everyone to please turn off your cell phones, pagers, and other electronic devices during the commencement ceremony. It is my pleasure and privilege to be charged with the education and development of the next generation of public health leaders, a privilege that our faculty and esteemed guests deeply respect and are committed to fulfilling. I am honored to present to you the administration of UIC and the School of Public Health, our distinguished guests, and the faculty of our school. I please ask that you hold your applause until all have been introduced. In the first row on stage, to my immediate left, is Dr. Lamar Hasbrook, Executive Director for the National Association of County and City Health Officials. Next to him is Dr. Michael D. Amaritis, our new Chancellor of the University of Illinois at Chicago. Dr. Jonathan Ard is next, Associate Dean of the Graduate College. Then Dr. Julia Morita, Commissioner of the Chicago Department of Public Health. Dr. Nirav D. Shah, Director of the Illinois Department of Public Health. Dr. Terry Mason, Chief Medical Officer, Cook County Health and Hospital System. Dr. Jesus Ramirez Velez, Division Director and Professor of Community Health Sciences. Dr. Linda Forst, Division Director and Professor of Environmental and Occupational Health Sciences. Dr. Ronald Hirschau, Division Director and Professor of Epidemiology and Biostatistics. Dr. Jack Zwanzinger, Division Director and Professor of Health Policy and Administration. Dr. Patrick Lenahan, Program Director for the DRPH and Clinical Associate Professor of Community Health Sciences. Dr. Karen O'Passage, Assistant Dean for Undergraduate Public Health. In the second row, starting on your left, my right, Dean Richard Sewell, Associate Dean for Community and Public Health Practice. Dr. Jerry Donnenberg, Associate Dean for Research. Dr. Eben Dotson, Assistant Dean for Diversity and Inclusion. Dr. Linda Ray Murray, Adjunct Assistant Professor of Environmental and Occupational Health Sciences and Health Policy and Administration. Dr. Saria Awadallah, Clinical Assistant Professor of Biostatistics. Ms. Tracy Smith, MPH and President of the UIC School of Public Health Alumni Association. Ms. Emily Pearson, President of the Public Health Student Association. Dr. Marissa Young, 2015 PhD graduate in epidemiology and MD graduate of the College of Medicine and this year's Donaldson Award winner. And our student marshals for today's ceremony, Ms. Olivia Desereau and Mr. Nathaniel Lewis. Thank you all. Welcome to our platform guests. Seated in the audience today are many distinguished alumni from the school, and we are thrilled that you are here to celebrate with us today. We're also delighted today to have distinguished members of the public health profession in our audience. Welcome to all of our distinguished public health practitioners. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the University of Illinois at Chicago School of Public Health, it is my pleasure to welcome our distinguished guests, our alumni, the family and friends of our graduates, and of course, our graduates. Our school student population, however, reaches far beyond the Chicago area. We have a vibrant group of online students, each of whom are poised to use their public health degrees to make a difference throughout the world. To our online graduates and any of the graduates who could not join us here today, congratulations. We honor you and know that you are with us in spirit. I would now like to speak to the families of our graduates. I know you must be very proud, as we are, of the achievements of our graduates whom we honor today. We know that they would not be here today without your support, and so we would like to acknowledge your contributions also. Would all the parents of our graduates please rise so that we may honor you? Would all the spouses, significant others, and children and or grandchildren of our graduates please rise so that we may honor you? And it goes without saying that the graduates would not be here today without the efforts of the school faculty and academic staff. Would all the faculty and academic staff please rise to be honored? And now, last but not least, congratulations to our graduates! At this time, I would like to invite our honored guests to the podium to give their welcome. First, it is my great pleasure to introduce the Chancellor of our university, Dr. Michael D. Amaritis. Michael Amaritis assumed the role as 9th Chancellor of the University of Illinois at Chicago on March 16th. Although I'll tell you, he's been so busy, I've seen him everywhere around campus, so he must be working 24/7 already. Since that time, he has visited departments throughout the university, met with students and faculty, shared his vision, and enlisted all of us to help him propel this campus to the forefront of urban-serving research universities. Before joining UIC, he served as Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost at the University of South Carolina in Columbia. He was promoted there through the academic ranks, became Department Chair in 2002, Dean of Engineering in 2006, and Provost in 2009. His research has resulted in more than 100 publications and over $18 million in external funding. Chancellor Amaritis has been recognized with a number of research and teaching awards and was elected a Fellow of the American Association for the Advancement of Sciences in 2012. He received his PhD in chemical engineering from the University of Wisconsin-Madison before moving to South Carolina in 1994. Please join me in welcoming Chancellor Michael Amaritis.
Thank you, Dean Brand-Ralph, and congratulations to you and to the faculty of the college for another excellent academic year this year. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. From what you heard, I'm the new guy around here, and I still believe what I'm told. So I have been told that commencement exercises at the University of Illinois of Chicago are very special. I heard that the crowd is very energetic. They really want to clap, to shout, to scream, and the noise is deafening. And I have to tell you, despite the very honest efforts of the Dean, what we saw before didn't meet my expectations. So I'll give you another chance to join me in congratulating our 2015 graduating class from the University of Illinois Chicago School of Public Health. I think this was better, right? I think we did better this time around. It is an honor for me to be here today and share this incredible day with you, our graduates. And I'm delighted to see all the family members and friends who have joined you today to share your accomplishment, as well as the faculty members who are here. I think some of them just want to make sure this is really happening right now. Public health innovation will play a vital role in the 21st century. In fact, the Dean has heard me before saying that the 21st century will be the century of public health. With the growing reality of a globalized world that puts everyone within reach of each other, research leading to real solutions must be a part of any future program. At the University of Illinois at Chicago School of Public Health, local, national, and international conversations are leading the way, and they are actually helping us develop innovative approaches in healthcare and delivery that offer the promise of hope to the world community. The school is also very deeply committed to education, integrating research and education, as well as its service mission. But today, the focus is not on the College of Public Health. Today, the focus is on you, on our graduates. This is your day to celebrate. And please make sure that all of these folks that they were shouting before take you to the most expensive place in town tonight to celebrate with you. I want you to remember how many times since you started your studies and you committed yourselves to a long and difficult journey, remember how many times you have imagined this day. Remember the thrill of being accepted to one of the best universities in the country. Remember the long nights and endless cups of coffee, cheap coffee that you have consumed. Remember the hours on the bus or on the L every day for those of you who commuted here. And remember the satisfaction of completing what seemed like an overwhelming research paper or project, or this impossible exam that who knows what they were thinking when they put it together. Your special day is here today, and you have earned the right to celebrate. Today is also my opportunity to offer some parting words from your alma mater. Now, when we say parting, we don't really mean it, since I assure you, you will hear from us, and you will hear from us soon, and we also hope that we will hear from you. You see, this is not the end of your journey. It's just a short stop. It's an important stop, it's a very joyful stop, but it is a short stop in your much longer journey of life that continues tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. The rest of the journey is yours to define. You have choices to make, and these choices will be limited only by your imagination. I hope and I wish you that your choices will bring you to many new and exciting stops along your journey, and they will fulfill your expectations and your ambitions. I know that your education that you received in the College of Public Health will help you navigate the rough waters that inevitably you will encounter in some parts of your journey. And I'm confident, I'm really confident, that you will find the time and passion to also look after others who are less fortunate than you are in their own journeys and help them along the way. After all, this is the legacy and tradition of your university and your college, and I know that you will honor it with your own unique contributions in the future. Today, you're wiser and more educated than when you began your course of study, even if some family members still doubt it. Take a moment to think about the distance you have covered, to look back at yourself when you started, and see how different you are today, how far you have come on the road to a better and stronger you. Take this moment, breathe it in deeply, and I bet you that it feels great. On behalf of the University of Illinois at Chicago, I extend you the promise that we will always be your university. The School of Public Health will always be your home. And I'm sure if you do well financially, the fundraisers of the school will find you whether you want to be found or not. But more importantly, this university and this school will always be here for you. Like you, this university will continue to grow in strength and reputation, enhancing in the process the values of your degrees. This university will make you proud, just as your achievements have made us proud, and just as your association with the University of Illinois at Chicago has made this a better university for all. Because after all, greatness of a university is in big part the sum of its alumni and their contributions, and you are now part of this equation. To the parents, families, and friends, thank you for making this a special day by being here, and thank you for all of your support for our students and for our university in the last few years. To our graduates, I'm asking you as you go forward to make your way with the knowledge, skills, and growth that the School of Public Health has given you. I'm asking you to remember to serve, to lead, to teach, to guide, and in your own way, to give back to the world. And please remember to share your future accomplishments. Share them with us, and return, visit, and mentor the students who will continue in your own footsteps. And please tell the world about what you have accomplished and about your alma mater. You are now, and you will always be, the greatest ambassadors of this university. Thank you for making the University of Illinois at Chicago and the School of Public Health a place where success lives and people thrive. Congratulations to each one of you, and Godspeed.
Thank you so much, Chancellor Amaritas. I must go off script here because I have to say in your short time here, you have inspired everybody. We are a great university, you know that, but you will make us a greater university in the future, so thank you. And now I'm pleased to invite Dr. Jonathan Art to the podium. Dr. Art?
Thank you, Dean. On behalf of the Graduate College, it's my pleasure and privilege to welcome you to this joyous occasion. In particular, I want to extend a special welcome to those of you who are in the PhD and MS programs and therefore are officially enrolled in the Graduate College. I come to you also as a member of the faculty of the College of Medicine that's having its own commencement right now. We in that college remember that it was Dr. John Snow's epidemiological study of the outbreaks of cholera in London in the 19th century that led to a pump that was on Cambridge and Broad Streets. And that was the source of the tainted water, and that saved thousands of lives. Take that, College of Medicine. By conservative estimate, 95% of the advances in human health are due directly to the savvy application of the sub-disciplines of the School of Public Health, whether it be community health, environmental and occupational health, epidemiology and biostatistics, or public health and policy and administration. Each in its own way participates in the most complex and interdisciplinary of all the health sciences. Graduate education, and particularly the training of the next generation of researchers and scholars, is at the heart of what we do as a research university. We in the Graduate College have followed your achievements over these many years, and they've found that you've reached the highest levels of excellence in your scholarship and research, and some of you have won awards making you the best and the brightest in your fields of public health. You and your teachers and mentors in the School of Public Health can be truly proud of being here today, ready to start careers as the next generation of researchers, teachers, and scholars. I and my colleagues in the Graduate College therefore offer our heartfelt congratulations to you, the graduates, your families, your friends, and your loved ones on this never-to-be-forgotten milestone in your career. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Dr. Art. And we won't tell the College of Medicine what you said, okay? We're going to keep that a secret, just amongst the few hundred of us here. Now it's my great privilege to welcome our distinguished keynote speaker, Dr. Lamar Hasbrouck. Dr. Hasbrouck is, as he describes himself, a passionate visionary, whose approach to life has taken him from inner-city poverty to the highest levels of his profession. An experienced public health leader, he has consulted on health matters around the world, including South America, Africa, Asia, and the Caribbean. Dr. Hasbrouck is currently the Executive Director for the National Association of County and City Health Officials, fondly known as NACHO, or maybe to students NACHO, I'm not sure, which represents the nation's 2,800 local government health departments. NACHO's mission is to be a leader, partner, catalyst, and a voice with local health departments working toward a vision of health, equity, and security for all people in their communities. Formerly, Dr. Hasbrouck served as director of the Illinois Department of Public Health, an agency responsible for protecting the health and improving the lives of the state's 13 million residents. During his tenure, he championed population health innovations, repositioned the state's maternal and child health program, reinvigorated key strategic partnerships. He was one of the architects and spokespersons for healthcare reform in Illinois and led efforts to produce statewide blueprints for health workforce development and population health integration. He received his BA and MPH at the University of California, Berkeley, his MD from the UCLA School of Medicine, and completed his residency training in internal medicine at the New York Hospital Cornell Medical Center. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Lamar Hasbrouck.
Thank you. To Chancellor Emeritus, to my colleague and friend, Dean Brent Ralph, the distinguished faculty and alumni, special guests, parents, family, friends, and most importantly to this gifted, purpose-driven class of 2015, greetings and good afternoon. You know, a few years ago, each of you entered this program with your own lens on health. Some of you embarked on this journey as aspiring policymakers, some as administrators or community advocates, others as budding researchers or disease detectives in search of the next great discovery, or simply the next evidence-based or promising practice. Fueled almost entirely by your commitment to someday change the world for the better, you have mastered not only the academic rigors of this program, but you have successfully navigated the social and professional environment of the university as well. Indeed and in fact, you have done everything that we have asked you to do. So finally this afternoon, we say to each of you, you have met the mark. And I want you to know this afternoon that it could not have come at a more remarkable time in history. Because today, in addition to the historical partners like government and academics and foundations, there is a growing number of non-traditional businesses investing in the enterprise of health consumerism, customized health care, and indeed, population health. In recent years, I have met with companies like Coca-Cola, Microsoft, Walgreens, almost as often as I've met with health plans and pharma and healthcare providers. So I can report firsthand that there is an unprecedented appreciation for the art, science, and practice of public health. Graduates, you are so lucky to have gained the tools that this training here at UIC School of Public Health has given you. You are fortunate to have earned a bachelor's degree or a graduate degree that is in demand and one that will only increase with value during this dynamic period of healthcare transformation, population health innovation, and what I deem a public health renaissance. I know how lucky I personally feel that a school of public health on the West Coast took a chance on me, a kid from G Street and the first in my family to graduate college. See, exactly 25 years ago, I sat in a place just like this one, still recovering from the all-nighter that I spent to finish my thesis. And I thought to myself as I sat in your seat, I'm about to walk across this stage and receive a graduate degree, a Master of Public Health. I could barely believe my good fortune. And if not for my campaign, I thought, I wouldn't even be sitting here. You see, growing up, my whole entire world, about 5 square miles, was geographically bounded by 2 public elementary schools, a satellite welfare office, a small grocery store that stocked bad meat, and Sally's candy store. That was my entire world, and that's all that I knew. It was a place where single-parent households supported by food stamps and public aid were common, and where children could only hope to survive their next asthma exacerbation or make it home safely from school without falling victim to neighborhood violence. It was not the kind of place that produced college graduates or professionals of any kind. Yet somehow it produced me. And as luck would have it, I stumbled across the MPH program during my senior year in college. It was lousy timing. I was lacking focus, and I had amassed a lukewarm academic record as a student athlete, which didn't make me the most competitive student, at least not on paper. But once I discovered the School of Public Health, I was convinced that it could provide me with the kind of education and opportunity that I needed. And at that juncture, I reflected on the deficits in my neighborhood growing up, and I wondered just how many other children depended on the Crest Dental program with its free toothbrushes and free toothpaste as their only passable dental plan. And I wondered how many other families used the urgent care, or worse yet, the emergency department, as their temporary health home. And then I wondered, what about all those Medicaid-eligible mothers like my mother who would rather miss their prenatal visits than to subject themselves to the indignity and condescending ridicule from the staff at the free clinic? I could help to right these injustices, I thought, if only I had the tools, if only I had the education. So I embarked on a sort of a campaign to sell myself along with my dream. And I scheduled personal meetings with every senior faculty member in the department. I had to somehow convince them and convince the school that where I lacked planning and preparation, I made up for with a burning passion. I'd get my MPH, I'd go into medical school, and then I'd do my part to heal the world. Well, it worked. I was accepted coursework only at first, and then 2 years later, I was sitting exactly where you are now. And as I sat in your seat during commencement, I felt, as perhaps some of you do, more blessed than accomplished. But what I didn't fully appreciate at that time was just the magnitude of how fortunate I was. See, the School of Public Health was literally my gateway to realize experiences far beyond my wildest imaginings. As I sat where you sit, I could never have imagined, for example, that just 1 year after that, I would lead a team to Mutare, Zimbabwe, as a first-year medical student on a mission. Or that I would someday be engaged in two of the largest global public health initiatives in the world: polio eradication and the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS relief, or that I would be a consultant for the World Health Organization. I would have never dreamed, as I sat where you sit now, that I would someday become the CDC country director and serve in a U.S. diplomatic assignment to South America. And I would have never imagined that I would someday be appointed the top health official for the nation's 5th largest state, and then go on to lead a trade organization representing the nation's 2,800 local health departments responsible for serving 200 million Americans. Or for that matter, that I'd be standing right here sharing my story with you. My point is this: as you sit here today, graduates, you can't always envision where your education in public health will take you. No one can. But know that you have been well prepared for whatever your journey will be. And as you set forward to achieve the mission of today's commencement beyond the boundaries of this university village, I want to offer you a few pearls of wisdom, something that I call the 4 B's. Number 1, be you. There's excellence in diversity, diversity of ideas, diversity of life stories. Bring all that you are, all of your experiences, all of your unique style and aesthetic to our profession. Remember that your worst you is far better than your best imitation of someone else, so be you. Number 2, be passionate. Anything worth pursuing is worth pursuing with boundless enthusiasm. Your passion is the engine that will drive you towards your goal when you're exhausted, when things look bleak, and when you're unappreciated, and you will be unappreciated. So remember, keep your passion. B number 3, be audacious. Never limit yourself to those things that are easily obtainable. Think big. Set the bar high regardless of what you hope to do. You'll be doubted, you'll be criticized, but trailblazers are always criticized. So be audacious. And number 4, and perhaps most importantly, I want to encourage you to be humble. Because while today is about recognizing your achievement, in many of the most important ways, it's not really about you. It's about all those people and all those communities out there that will depend upon you, that they might yet survive to realize their human potential. So your legacy will be measured not by the number of publications you have, not by the salary you make, not by the title that you earn. The full measure of your legacy will be the number of lives you help to improve during your journey. If I have been fruitful in my career and successful as a person, it's only because I followed these 4 basic principles. It may come as no surprise to you that I have never finished at the top of any class, that I've never earned the title best or brightest, but I have consistently made an effort to leverage my education and my talents to continually grow my competencies and to align my efforts with something far, far bigger than myself. And in this way, I have attempted and continue to strive to be my best and my brightest. And that is the kind of success that I wish for each of you. And as you continue to grow as a professional, ignited by your passion and guided by your purpose, I encourage each of you to reflect on these principles as a kind of a litmus test for your choices and your decisions going forward. And while the practice of public health may not make you rich, sorry, Mom and Dad, trust me, please trust me that you will become immensely enriched in ways far greater than material wealth. So in closing, let me say to the parents, to the family, and to the friends joining us today, no one walks across this stage alone. You have been the support system that has powered this achievement. So you have earned the right to proudly puff your chest in celebration of these truly extraordinary graduates. And finally, to the graduating class of 2015, on behalf of everyone with whom I share this stage, for every professor, every teacher, every mentor, and every guide that has helped you to this place, congratulations. We couldn't be more proud of you. And we can't wait to see what you'll do for the public's health, and we will continue to delight in the fact that we were a small part of your journey. It's my honor and my privilege to welcome you to a most splendid profession. Thank you.
Dr. Hasbrook, thank you for a most splendid address. Your words inspire, your actions and your example inspire even greater. And as a small token of our appreciation, maybe not so small, you're going to get a lot of exercise out of this. It's a flame, right? So it represents both. Yeah. Let me read the inscription. With gratitude for your commencement address and continued work as a passionary in the advancement of public health. So it's a flame for UIC and a flame for a passionary. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Chancellor Amaritis, please come to the podium. It's great to be able to boss your boss around like this. I think over there. That'll do. That'll do. Now we would like to ask our degree candidates to please rise. Chancellor Amaritis, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Public Health, Master of Public Health, Master of Science, Master of Healthcare Administration, and Bachelor of Arts.
Upon these recommendations and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the doctoral, master's, and baccalaureate degrees for which you have been presented, and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of those degrees. Congratulations.
At this time, we would like to honor each of our graduates. During the ceremony, you will notice some of our graduates wearing black and salmon stoles. We honor these graduates as members of the Delta Omega Society, the honorary society in public health. University honors recognize the college's graduating undergraduate seniors with high academic achievements, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude. These students are recognized with gold, silver, and bronze honor cords, respectively. Professor Sewell, please take your place at the podium. I think you can all be seated now. Otherwise, it's going to be staying for a long time. Dr. Ramirez-Velez, come to the podium and ask your graduates to rise.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of Community Health Sciences, it's my great honor and pleasure to introduce our 2015 graduating class. With the Community Health Sciences awardees for the Doctor in Public Health, Masters of Public Health, Masters in Science, please rise. Our academic coordinator, Debbie Brand, will now lead you to the platform to be recognized. Upon returning to your seat, please remain standing so you can be recognized as a group.
Nicole Mayer. Jean Elise Michaels. Bree Alicia Medvedev. Casey Rose Lohman. Jonathan Paul Hofacker. Silas Matthew Heiser. Stephanie Marie Garcia. Daniel J. Finn. Melissa Gincola. Reem H. Kiso. Michaela Vero. Valerie Ann Bangs. Melissa A. Bachler. Colleen Rose McLaughlin. Elizabeth Lloyd Berkeley. Rachel Berger. Gianna Calixto. Laura Campbell. Gina Crossley Cochran. Catherine Marie O'Keefe. Sebastina Aviles. Jonathan Alexander Lopez. Alengel Aguada. Emily McGinnis. Catherine L. McClellan. Crystal Angeli Mapolo Ichi. Holly Nicole Michaels. Christina Pate. Molly D. Paul. Okay. Marissa Faye Piepenbrink. Carrie E. Peterson. David James Steele Marino. Christine M. Quintero. Pamela Therese Resch. Allison Lauren Rosenthal. Amelia Ottilie Ryan. Lindsay Marie Richardson. Veronica M. Seck. Kevin Shee. Michelle Ann Ruiz Tagle. Tamia Rogers. Lakeisha Monet Watson. Michael Westbecker. Joanna Tess. Daniel L. Weiss. Sarah Wright. Rachel Marie Yancey. Marjorie R. Yarbrough. Jana Megan Young. Lindsay Kelly Zeman.
Honored guests, families, and friends, let us congratulate our outstanding graduates in community health sciences. Now the former students may be seated.
Dr. Forrest, please come to the podium and ask your graduates to rise.
On behalf of the faculty and staff in Environmental and Occupational Health Sciences, it's my great pleasure and honor to introduce our 2015 graduating class. Will the Environmental and Occupational Health Science awardees for the Doctorate in Public Health Sciences, Master of Public Health, and Master of Science please rise? Our academic coordinator, Ed Zordani, will now lead you to the platform to be recognized. Upon returning to your seats, please remain standing in order to be recognized as a group.
Stephanie Ann DeFlorio Barker. Dr. DeFlorio Barker's dissertation is Severity and Economic Burden of Recreational Waterborne Illness in the United States. Her chair is Dr. Samuel Dorovich. Jihong Go. Dr. Go's thesis is Spatial Distribution and Temporal Trend of Organic Pollutant Chemicals in Upper Great Lakes. Who's your chairman? An Lee. And Dr. An Lee is her chairman. Peter Seth Rusto. Dr. Rusto's thesis is the molecular epidemiology of dioxin exposure in former chemical workers. And Dr. Daniel Hadroxuk is his chairman. Margaret M. Sietsema. The thesis is Analysis of Respiratory Program Practices and Simulated Workplace Protection Factor Studies. The chair is Dr. Lisa Brousseau. Ryan D. Cole. Mariana Lever Ortiz. Lynn Fon. Megna Daom. Hugh Ford Fritz. Andrew Gordon. Poonam Kutre. Allison Jane Lale. Benjamin Lee. Rachel Little. Yamini Narayan. Kelly E. Luteen. Marissa Regina Towns Jenkins. Raven Tyler. Michelle Westie. Amber Nicole Yerkes.
Honored guests, families, and friends, let us congratulate this year's outstanding graduates in environmental and occupational health sciences. Students, you may now be seated.
Dr. Hershow, please come to the podium and ask your graduates to rise.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of the Division of Epidemiology and Biostatistics, it is my honor and great pleasure to introduce our 2015 graduating class. Will the Epidemiology and Biostatistics awardees for the Doctorate in Public Health Sciences, Masters of Public Health, and Masters of Science please rise? Our academic coordinator, Liliana Aceves, will now lead you to the platform to be recognized. Upon returning to your seats, please remain standing.
Umaima Al-Alam. Dr. Al-Alam's thesis is the role of glucocorticoid receptor in the racial ethnic disparity of aggressive breast cancer. Her chair is Dr. Garth Rouser, and hooding her will be Dr. Ronald Hershaw. Joelle Halleck. Dr. Halleck's thesis is dry eye disease and depression, epidemiological and biological links. Her chair is Dr. Supriya Mehta. Brittany R. Lappin. Dr. Lappin's thesis is relationships among prenatal risk factors, early life events, and asthma in at-risk children. Her chair is Dr. Victoria Persky. David James Morton. Dr. Morton's thesis is statistical methods for classifying hospital quality using hierarchical, nonlinear, mixed effects models. His chair is Dr. Dulé Baumick. Marissa Rogers Young. Dr. Young's thesis is scaling up male circumcision for HIV prevention in Western Kenya, risk compensation, and infant male circumcision. Her chair is Dr. Robert Bailey. There you go. Julia N. Anglin. Sweta Bassnet. Bryn May Pananiban David. Heejin Kim. Drew R. Nanini. Jadi Zhu. Z Young. Anne Catherine Bendelow. John E. Kapua. Danielle Chun. Emily Foisey. Catherine Jett. Amanda Ann Cook. Bruce William Larkin. Linda Rue Liu. Rahul Marpatna. Misha Paz McCullough. Ryan James Murphy. Nan Nguyen. Kelly Ann O'Shea. Shiwan Pananukon. Ernestina Francis Perez. Shuan Shang. Tanya Grace Singh. Pooja A. Solanki. Hylin Yu.
Honored guests, family and friends, let us congratulate this year's outstanding graduates in epidemiology and biostatistics. You may now be seated.
Dr. Zwanziger, please come to the podium and ask your graduates to rise.
On behalf of the faculty and staff in Health Policy Administration, it is my great pleasure and honor to introduce our 2015 graduating class. Will the Health Policy and Administration awardees for the Doctorate in Public Health, Masters in Public Health, Master of Science in Clinical and Translational Sciences, and Master of Healthcare Administration please rise? Our academic coordinator, Amy Weibel, will now lead you to the platform to be recognized. Upon returning to your seats, please remain standing in order to be recognized as a group.
Fasika Yurga Alem. Dr. Alem's thesis is exploring the association between monitoring relationships and sexual health behaviors in college. Hooding Dr. Alem will be Dr. Edward Mensah. Gerard Michael Castro. Dr. Castro's thesis is classification of health information technology-related contributing factors to patient safety events. Hooding him will be Dr. Edward Mensah. His chair is Dr. Ross Mullner. Joseph Anthony Benitez. Dr. Benitez's thesis is quasi-experimental approaches in addressing access to care. His chair is Dr. Anthony Losasso. Tan An Nguyen Lee. Dr. Lee's thesis is Organization of the Dental Care Industry. Her chair is Dr. Anthony T. Losasso. Lisette Paola Irarasabal. Dr. Irarasabal's thesis is Barriers and Facilitators for Readiness to Adopt on HIV Rapid Tests Among Healthcare Providers in Chile. Her chair is Dr. Judith Levy. Evie Sukmaningdrum. Dr. Sukmaningdrum's thesis is HIV disclosure experience among women with HIV/AIDS in Jakarta, Indonesia. Her chair is Dr. Judith Levy. Mikel Marie Bianc. Elisa N. Burns. Valerie Elizabeth Carrillo. Andrew R. Chavez. Catherine Teresa Theraviparampill. Saliha Gul Shadri. Patrick L. Sanders. Erica Renee Cito. Gabriella Zahagan. Elizabeth May Rogers. Jayana Irene Parker. Cassandra Aishin. Kyle Patrick Kingston. Charlie Anthony Wade. Victoria A. Lee. Luo, yeah. Howard Luo. Katie L. Mosby. David A. Worster. Yeah. Michael James Zanecki. Meredith Megan Anderson. Matthew William Berkeley. All right. Maciek Bienek. Cara Agneta Destachio. Renee Dubois. Peter O. Edwards. King Abdi Nasser Gababa. Alessandra Camille Gibson. Masaya Higuchi. Karen Alicia Mancera Cuevas. Shambrea S. McBrayer. Mikael Mwasi. Francisco Emmanuel Moreno. Shruti Patel. Lindsay Michelle Pluff. Jamel Russell. Brandon Sandine. Sarah Colburn Schmidt. Samya Sinha. Nazanin Tandravi. Oscar Ivan Zambrano Franco.
Honored guests, family, and friends, let us congratulate this year's outstanding graduates in Health Policy and Administration. You may be seated.
Dr. Lenehan, please come to the podium and ask your graduates to rise.
The Doctor of Public Health is the highest professional degree offered in the field and is intended to prepare leaders in public health practice. At UIC, the DRPH program is distance-based, using internet technology to virtually bring students from around the world to the School of Public Health. On behalf of the Doctor of Public Health and Leadership program faculty and staff, it is my great pleasure and honor to introduce our 2015 graduates. This past year, we have had 7 graduates. 5 have traveled to be with us today. I ask them to follow our academic coordinator to the platform to receive their diplomas and be hooded.
Magali Angeloni. Dr. Angeloni's thesis is Approaches Train Affiliates Are Taking to Evaluate Public Health Training. Hooting her will be Dr. Bernard Turnock. Susan Brandeis Can. Dr. Can's thesis is a study of the organizational readiness of local health departments to use electronic health information for surveillance. Her chair is Dr. Patrick Lanahan. Jacqueline Brunel Lanier. Dr. Lanier's thesis is the health educator's role in the implementation of community transformation work in rural Illinois. Her chair is Dr. Christina Welter. Jason Eric Orsina. Dr. Orsina's thesis is For a Few Dollars More, the case for cross-jurisdictional sharing in Ohio's local health departments. His chair is Dr. Michael Petros. Young Song. Dr. Song's thesis is developing a healthy aging teaching curriculum model. Her chair is Dr. Eve Pensker.
I would also like to acknowledge the two DRPH graduates who could not be here today. Nicole Brennan, whose dissertation title is Men's Health and Well-Being Policy in the United States, a Transformative Cross-National Policy Analysis, and Laura Lamprecht, whose dissertation title is An Exploration of Policy Activities by Local Health Departments to Improve Population Health. If our new DRPH graduates could stand once again, I invite their families, friends, and honored guests to join me in congratulating them for their fine accomplishment.
You may be seated. Dr. Passage, please come to the podium and ask your graduates to rise.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of the undergraduate program, it is my distinct pleasure and honor to introduce our second graduating class, a very diverse community of learners of whom I am very, very proud. Will the awardees for the Baccalaureate of Arts please rise? Our newly promoted Associate Director for Student Operations, Melissa Tagg, will now lead you to the platform to be recognized. Upon returning to your seats, please remain standing in order to be recognized as a group. And I might add, since this is a cohort model, they are all joined at the hip and cannot sit individually.
Janine Abd al-Ramid. Elise Amanda Acevedo. Is it Dominique? Okay. Dominique Yakara Adams. Kumbi Bakiat Adefeso. Maheen Ahmed. Darling Baliki Amu. Manisha Billa. Catherine Rose Bobbitt. Sarah Elizabeth Crawford. Andrew Thomas Jensen. Williams Conlon. Farhan Khan. Senya Kopalova. Sienna Patricia Little. Sarah Lomahan. Stephanie S. Moore. Catherine Ostrowski. Raven Nichelle Patterson. Katarzyna Joanna Plata. Dashant Reicher. Maria Alexandria Rodriguez. Ayman Tabani. Kira Williams.
Honored guests, families, friends, let us once again congratulate this year's outstanding graduates in the Bachelor of Arts program. This is our second consecutive day of celebration. And now that they're just about all back together, you may be seated.
Another round of applause for all of our graduates. Let's hear it. Let's get raucous. Come on. Let's hear it. That's more like it. Thank you. And a special thank you to our Chancellor who made the effort to individually congratulate all of you. I really appreciate that. I hope you do too. Thank you. Each year, the school presents awards to honor excellence in teaching. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Emily Pearson, President of the Public Health Student Association, to present the 2015 Silver Circle Award and the 2015 Bernie H. Baum Golden Apple Award. Emily?
Thank you, everyone. We're almost done. Good afternoon. Great teachers are the heart of a great university. The University of Illinois at Chicago annually recognizes and honors its great teachers. Recipients of the Silver Circle Award are selected by our students. With this award, the students of UIC honor those who have taught us with distinction. I am honored to present the Silver Circle Award to a distinguished member of our faculty. Please join me in applauding the 2015 Silver Circle Award recipient, Dr. Linda Ray Murray.
It's been a real joy to join my colleagues on the faculty that have really created a dynamic undergraduate curriculum that's designed to transform lives. And as my co-teacher, Joe Zanoni, often reminds me, the best way to learn a subject is to try to teach it. But I'd just like to thank all of the students, our young professionals, and particularly our new baccalaureates in public health. Thank you so much for the privilege of learning with you. Thank you.
So again, it's an honor to be here to present the Bernard H. Baum Golden Apple Award. The Golden Apple Award is given once each school year to a UIC School of Public Health faculty member to recognize their outstanding teaching and exemplary service to students. The award's namesake, Dr. Bernard Baum, was a founder of SPH. He served as a professor and division chair, was a decorated general in the U.S. Army Reserves, and served as a mentor to 3 generations of students and faculty. Dr. Baum was a champion of peace and human dignity. But foremost, he was a teacher. Dr. Baum encouraged faculty to become not only productive scholars, but also teachers who taught well. Fondly known as Bernie, his love of teaching was only matched by his skill at doing so. In 1977, he won a school-wide teaching award. The school established the Golden Apple 2 years later. He then went on to win the Golden Apple twice, placing him among a select few faculty members who have been honored more than once. For his wisdom, for his commitment to academics, for the individual attention he gave to students and faculty, for his 40 years of service, for his respect of the service-driven, mission-oriented community that has been, is, and most undoubtedly always will be the University of Illinois at Chicago School of Public Health, this award is dedicated to his memory. So selected from an extraordinary field of talented faculty nominees, this year's Bernard Baum Golden Apple Award recipient is a clinical assistant professor from the Biostatistics Division. He came to SPH in 2012 after receiving his PhD from the University of Rochester and has already made a lasting impact on students both inside the classroom and out. This year's Golden Apple Award recipient is actually one I didn't have in the classroom, but came to know and love on the intramural basketball court. Shout out to the SPH Ballers. He came to many, if not all, of our games and was definitely the only, I think he was the only faculty member on any team we played. From his captivating lectures, to extending office hours to ensure success, to buying pizza and hosting biostats study sessions on a Saturday, in his just 2 short years at SPH, this professor has positively impacted many of my friends and colleagues who have walked across the stage today. This year's Golden Apple Award recipient has gone above and beyond. He's not only a productive academic, but a professor who engages and teaches well, and I can only imagine how proud Dr. Baum would be. Fondly known to most of us as Saria, please join me in applauding the 2015 Golden Apple Award recipient, Dr. Saria Awadallah.
I'm gonna try not to be too emotional. had a lot of time to prepare, but I'm not prepared. Thank you so much, Emily. That means a lot to me. I want to say that this year, we made it all the way to the finals of the intramural. But unfortunately, we came second, very close second in overtime. Now, I just want to thank everyone. Actually prepared something, so I don't have this issue. But I really want to thank, first of all, the school for the recognition. I want to thank the Baum family for having this award. I know it's, Dr. Baum continues to inspire us to be better professors, long after, and I'm very honored, very privileged, very humbled to receive this. I gotta say, this is a lot easier if I had a whiteboard behind me and some markers. But I really want to thank you all, and I want to thank my family at home, my family here. You guys have been very, very supportive. I really want to thank all the students. I cannot tell you how inspired I am by your passion and your compassion. All of you are so driven, and I'm so proud of all of you, so congratulations to all of you. And I really want to thank a group of individuals who are the unsung heroes of all of this. Please join me in acknowledging Brittany, Pamela, Catherine, Michael, and all the teaching assistants who work tirelessly to help you guys succeed. They're amazing. Thank you so much. I can't promise a great speech, but I'll promise you a short speech. So thank you all, congratulations, and God bless. Good night.
Next, it's my pleasure to invite Associate Dean for Research, Jerry Donenberg, to the podium to introduce the Donaldson Award recipient and the 2015 class speaker.
Well, good afternoon, and congratulations to this year's graduating class. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce the recipient of the 2015 Alan W. Donaldson Award. Alan Donaldson was one of the founders of the School of Public Health and the first associate dean. He served as an international consultant on malaria prevention and eradication programs, and is remembered as a gentle, kind, and compassionate man of great integrity who held learning and service in the highest regard. In his honor, each year at graduation, we present the Alan W. Donaldson Award to a student chosen for academic excellence, including strong grades and an excellent record of research achievement, distinguished leadership and excellence, and significant contributions to community or service. The Donaldson Award is the highest recognition granted by the school and carries with it the honor and the responsibility of giving the graduating class remarks. This year, I am delighted to present the Alan W. Donaldson Award to Dr. Marissa Young, a truly inspiring woman, clinician, educator, and scholar. With regard to academic excellence, Marissa's achievements are simply outstanding. She's completing a joint degree in medicine and public health. The MD-PhD program is extremely rigorous, beginning with 2 years of medical school, followed by only 3 years to complete the PhD alongside the final years of medical school. And yet, Marissa earned a perfect grade point average. Perhaps especially impressive, while completing a demanding course load, Marissa pursued a program of research well beyond most graduate students, and these activities have won her multiple awards within the School of Public Health. With her mentor, Dr. Robert Bailey, Marissa completed a large community-based assessment of infant male circumcision in Kenya, the first of its kind, and subsequently introduced the practice of early infant male circumcision into the country. Such ideas were virtually unknown in this area and required, as you can imagine, considerable sensitivity, delicacy, and patience. Her dissertation research, funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, established the safety and acceptability of infant male circumcision and has served as the cornerstone of the Kenyan Ministry of Health's strategy for scale-up. Her publications of work in high-impact journals and presentations at national and international meetings speak to the added scholarly importance of her contributions to science and public health. With regard to leadership, Marissa has demonstrated a consistent pattern of guiding and leading her peers and collaborators. In Kenya, she was able to build in-country sustainability of infant male circumcision through training the trainers, applying for and obtaining NIH funding, and continuing to advise and offer technical assistance for countrywide implementation. Back home, Marissa co-founded and is the secretary of the organization Health and Empowerment for African Lives, or HEAL as it is known, a charity that offers educational support and investment income generating activities and job training for Kenyans living with or affected by HIV and AIDS. The third arm of the award honors the recipient's contributions to community or service, and Marissa's record is exceptional. Through her work and in an advisory role to the Kenyan Ministry of Health, Marissa has facilitated thousands of infant male circumcisions that will undoubtedly result in the prevention of significant HIV infections. Her dedication to capacity development through ongoing training and technical assistance undertaken during her own vacations and on her own dime continue to ensure the sustainability of Kenya's efforts to reduce HIV transmission. So I'm going to close with comments from those who supported her nomination, as these individuals know her best. Marissa is described as intellectually curious, with a commitment to excellence and an impressive wit, an enthusiastic, dedicated leader, and an individual with extraordinary ability. The quote that seemed to capture her best was, "Where others would have seen challenges, Marissa saw opportunities to improve public health infrastructure and build the capacity of the public health service staff." I present you with Dr. Marissa Young, the Alan W. Donaldson Award recipient of 2015.
Thank you, Dean Donnenberg. Chancellor Emeritus, esteemed faculty, colleagues, parents, family, friends, and the graduates of the class of 2015, I'm truly honored to be given the opportunity to stand before you today. On this happy day of commencement, I can't help but recall the beginning of my own journey at UIC. My very first act as a UIC student was to travel to Kisumu, Kenya, in June of 2007, before starting my first year of medical school. On the trip over, I had the good fortune of sitting next to an amiable gentleman and remarking on my brimming enthusiasm for starting a career in public health and medicine. I explained that I was a newly minted graduate student. "What do you study?" he asked obligingly. "Epidemiology," I stated with gusto. "Ah," he said with a knowing smile, "skin doctor." That was the beginning of my realization that I would have to do a better job of articulating what public health is to have any hope of communicating actual public health findings and practices. And UIC has been a good place for us to find our voices and become confident articulators and disseminators of evidence-based messages. In our time at the School of Public Health, we have gained the tools of our respective disciplines. We have learned to harness statistical models, design studies that will become the foundation for evidence-based medicine and disease prevention, evaluate environmental causes of disease burden, explore and mitigate health disparities, and influence formulation and execution of health policy. Our mentors and fellow students also helped us find these voices of ours through their insights and examples, and I'd like to just highlight a few of our fellow classmates and the exceptional work that they do. Dr. Jana Cairns, a doctor of veterinary medicine who is completing her MPH, has an interest in the applied epidemiology of zoonotic and infectious diseases and has studied Rocky Mountain spotted fever cases in Illinois. Zi Yang, an MS Biostatistics graduate, is interested in the development of statistical methods for understanding the interaction between genetic and environmental factors to influence chronic disease risk. Valerie Banks, a community health sciences MPH graduate who is a certified fitness nutrition specialist and the co-founder and vice president of the Society for Obesity Awareness and Prevention. She studies and advocates for nutrition education in schools. Cynthia Cordova Orellana, an MS candidate in the Environmental and Occupational Health Sciences Division, is conducting her thesis research on the spatial distribution of global air pollution emissions for greenhouse gases. And finally, Joseph Benitez, a health policy and administration PhD graduate, whose dissertation work focused on the effects of the medically underserved area designation on access to health care among low-income, uninsured, and racial ethnic minority groups. I'd like to honor these graduates today. These are but a few examples of the important work being conducted at the School of Public Health. I'm grateful for the tools I acquired at UIC and the wonderful people, including many of you I was fortunate enough to work with over these past years. Before closing, I'd just like to share a few brief thoughts about a major lesson I personally learned through my experiences at UIC. And that lesson is about appreciating the complexities of engaging in public health research and practice. I was fortunate enough to meet Professor Robert Bailey and begin working with him as I embarked on my career in skin medicine, as you recall, that summer of 2007. I had the opportunity to live, study, and work in Kisumu, Kenya for a total of 4 of the last 8 years. And usually when I tell Americans about my experiences in Kenya, their initial response is on the order of, "Oh, isn't it wonderful that you go there to help those impoverished people?" And here's an example of complexity. I didn't really go to Kenya to help those impoverished people. I went to learn and be trained. And more importantly, even as a comparison of the nations of Kenya and the United States is asymmetrical, my experience as an American individual with my Kenyan colleagues was asymmetrical in the opposite direction. In Kenya, I learned and benefited from the mentorship of many people, including a host of brilliant and capable Kenyan professors, clinicians, counselors, policymakers, and citizens. I'll give another example of a way in which engaging in public health research and practice is nuanced. During my time in Kenya, I came to realize that myself being given an opportunity to conduct studies and gain training in epidemiology there potentially meant that those same opportunities were not offered to Kenyan students. This situation may contribute to a cycle in which foreigners, rather than Kenyan nationals, receive grant funding to conduct research within Kenya. And a final example. I worked on male circumcision projects while I was in Kenya. We have gold standard evidence that male circumcision reduces the risk of heterosexually acquired HIV in men by 60%. And we know that introducing this intervention will save lives and resources in the future. We will avert 1 infection for every 8 or so men that we circumcise in the Kisumu area. But as part of bringing this intervention to scale, it's necessary to train health providers in the procedure. The typical manner of doing this, which we followed, is to extract Kenyan government healthcare workers from their clinic or hospital, pay them a per diem, and train them for several days in a procedure that they will likely not have insufficient time to perform as part of their routine duties. Each new intervention requires similar training and then retraining as guidelines are updated and knowledge is made available. This system can make it challenging for community members to access routine health services as their providers are away being trained. The system may also perpetuate a culture of expecting additional pay for newly implemented health interventions, especially when funded by foreign donors. I want to say that recognizing these complexities does not take away from the importance or the worthiness of the work that we do. Rather, it makes us more honest and more rigorous as we consider all the unintended consequences in our complex world. That is but one reason I'm grateful to have had the opportunities and training I've received at UIC to begin to understand some of these nuanced issues. While most of us have been engaged in some aspect of the practice of public health as we have been attending classes and learning from our mentors and each other, we are now embarking on our careers, actually applying what we have learned, implementing the tools and the knowledge that we have gained. And it's daunting, but also exciting. We start this next chapter of our lives secure in the knowledge that what we have learned here, from faculty, from our experiences in the field, and from one another, has equipped us to take on the world's complexities with professionalism, commitment, and perhaps most important of all, humility. Today is a day filled with joy and the promise of new opportunities and experiences to come. I wish all the best to our class of 2015. Thank you. The statement of values. At this time, I invite the graduating class of 2015 to rise and join me in reading our school's statement of values. These may be found on page 3 of the School of Public Health insert in your commencement booklet. This is after page 24 of the program, which makes perfect sense. All right, I'm going to wait until everybody's there. Page 3, the School of Public Health insert in the commencement booklet after page 24. Perfect. Okay, so here we go. We're going to read in unison. We are a community of scholars, students, and staff dedicated to creating a healthy society. In achieving this goal, we are committed to community, the basic unit of analysis for public health, enabling communities to address their own problems, share skills, lower barriers to action, and act as a catalyst for progress. To knowledge, to the pursuit, development, and dissemination of which will improve the health of the public. To professionalism, acting with integrity and collegiality in learning, teaching, research, and public service. To stewardship of natural, human, and financial resources. To idealism, whether secularly or spiritually motivated. To caring, promoting compassion for and action on behalf of others. To justice, whereby everyone is given access to the resources necessary to live a humane life and to fulfill his or her potential. To diversity, celebrating unique contributions to the fabric of our community. To respect for the members of this community and for those whom our efforts are intended to serve. To humility, as we set our goals, as we work together to achieve them, and as we address the inevitable conflicts produced by those joint effort. Graduates, you may now move your tassels from the right to the left. That's right. Congratulations and welcome to the field of public health. Please be seated.
It's now my pleasure to invite Tracy Smith to the podium to welcome our new graduates into the Alumni Association. Tracy?
Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations. And on behalf of the University of Illinois Alumni Association, the largest in the nation, I'm pleased to welcome you to your new status as graduates in the very proud, loyal, and global University of Illinois alumni family. I apologize if you've heard this before, but it bears repeating. UIC alumni cover the globe. Nearly 200,000 UIC graduates live and work throughout the world, in every state of the nation and in more than 100 countries. And your local network is strengthened by the nearly 500,000 alumni from other University of Illinois campuses. You represent all that is good about the university, your accomplishments as students, your future achievements. The values by which you live will reflect upon the education you received at UIC. Much of what the public will read, hear, think, and believe about our alma mater will be largely based on our actions, our successes, and our good deeds. So, even though you've officially graduated, as president of the School of Public Health Alumni Board, I'd like to give you one more homework assignment. Over the next few days, as you reflect on this afternoon, I'd like you to think about how you can maintain your engagement with the School of Public Health. Let me help you out a little bit and make it multiple choice, and you can select all that apply, of course. First of all, display your diploma in your home, your office, or some other highly visible area. Be proud to let your friends, your family, and coworkers know of your UIC and School of Public Health connection. Secondly, you can maintain your relationships with your classmates and your professors. These relationships help you to stay connected with UIC and may help you when you're looking for a job or need some much needed mentorship. Thirdly, you can attend alumni events, such as the Healthy Spirits that's especially focused at you new grads that will be held on Thursday, May 14th, that's next Thursday, at the Plymouth Rooftop Bar. Okay, I hope you've been taking notes because I'm not done yet. Fourth, once you have that great job, you can consider hosting an intern or mentoring a student. Fifth, you can keep the school updated about your professional progress. Sixth, you can recruit a student to SPH. You know what it takes to succeed here, so you can help ensure that the school will continue to enjoy its reputation for academic excellence with a student body known for its intelligence, work ethic, motivation, and diverse backgrounds. And last, but definitely not least, join the recent graduate board, which is a committee of the alumni board, where you may be given the opportunity to gain some valuable leadership skills. Oh, and I almost forgot. There is one more, and I think if I'm counting right, that makes 8 ways to stay engaged. I encourage you to make a gift to the University of Illinois Alumni Association or the campus. Yes, even during your first year as a graduate, and even if that gift is a small one, it really does make a difference and will ensure the University of Illinois will be here for future generations. Okay, as you can see, there are many, many ways to stay engaged with the school, and I encourage you to do at least one. And your homework assignment is due at Healthy Spirits on Thursday, so you have a fair amount of time to think about it. As a token of our pride in your accomplishments, you should have found a gift from the School of Public Health Alumni Association on your seats as you entered. With it, you'll find the invitation to the Healthy Spirits that I mentioned earlier. So there should be time and address information on that. So I hope that all of you can join us. I leave you with the thought that your work at and for UIC and the School of Public Health does not end today, but shall continue throughout your life. Go forth, class of 2015, and make this world a better one for us all. Congratulations.
Okay, the end is here. This concludes our formal ceremony, but I think this outstanding group of graduates deserves another round of applause. I would like to ask that all the guests to remain seated until the last graduate has exited the room. And I am delighted to invite you, the graduates' family, friends of the graduates, faculty, alumni, and staff, to join us for a reception in the honor of the 2015 graduating class in the reception area, and staff will be directing you to the location sort of out that way. Thank you for joining us today. Will the marshals please take their positions and lead the recessional?